Hey, Chick-fil-A Easley. As you will see tomorrow, I have updated our charts in the kitchen with the most up-to-date information, and I wanted to take a few minutes to share with you some areas that we have reason to celebrate, and also to take a few minutes to share with you some areas that we can exhibit the core value of continuous improvement. So I just wanted to make sure that all of you understand that my opportunity at Chick fil A, your opportunity at Chick fil A, and anyone in the future who may work for Chick fil A's opportunity is rooted in our ability to impact these measures in a meaningful and a positive way. So, if you have any questions or if you'd like to talk more about this to see how you might can impact these measures a little bit more, I'll be more than willing to sit down and talk with you. And just embrace feedback, guys. Leadership, we're here to help you understand how to improve. And as you improve, these measures will improve. So just embrace the feedback, welcome it, ask for it even, because that's what we're here for. So let's go ahead and dive into this. First off, I want to make sure that you guys all understand how to read these charts. As first, you'll see a gray line right here. That gray line is our weekly score. It goes up and down pretty drastically sometimes. I'd like to see that level off a little bit on all of our measures, but that could be dependent on the number of surveys we get in a given week or something like that. The blue line is our 4-week score, and that's basically if you take all of the surveys that have been turned in over the last 4 weeks and you average those out, this is our 4-week average. It's a little more stable. The most stable is the black line. It's our 12-week average. I like to call this um, our reputation, because this is what we've done over a sustained period of time. And when we start seeing this black line in the top 20% of the chain for long periods of time, that means that we're doing something right. The red here is the top 20% in the chain. That means that if we're doing that, that means we're performing better than at least 80% of the stores in the chain, which roughly would be right around 1,800 stores that we're doing better than. So that's pretty awesome. The yellow up here is our current potential. That is what we have done at our store. So the cool thing about our current potential is that's something that you guys have done. It's a goal that we can strive to. That is something that you guys have done for a 4-week sustained period at some time in the last 2 years. So let's just take a minute. Let's go ahead and dive right into these scores. First off, I want to look at second mile service. The book of Matthew says that if somebody asks you to go a mile with them, go ahead and go the second mile with them. That's a paraphrase, not an exact quote. And this is what second mile service is. What can we do for our guests that go above and beyond what they expect of us or even what they would ask for us? And when we just try our best to delight our guests, we will get and sustain in the top 20% in second mile service. Guys, I am so proud that we are in the top 20% of the chain in second mile service. But what I would like to see is I'd like to see us get up here closer to our potential, because I know we can do it because we've done it before. And I would love to see our 12-week score venture towards that. So, guys, I'm so proud of you for getting there, and I just want to thank you for that. Next one I'll look at here is overall value. As you can see, our overall value, we had a really good 4-week trend there for a while up here. Back in week 37, we peaked, and we've kind of been on a downward decline since then. Guys, what do our guests look at as a value? Well, they look at 3 things. They look at our products, they look at our the service we provide, and they look at our cleanliness. And if we can give them excellent food and excellent service in a clean and organized environment, they will feel like they're getting a value. It doesn't matter how much our prices are. They're going to feel like they're getting a value. So let's just make sure that we're doing those 3 things, and our overall value score will continue to skyrocket. Guys, taste of Chick-fil-A sandwich. This is amazing. As you can see right here, back in week 39, we hit 100% for a 4-week sustained period in the taste of our Chick-fil-A sandwich. We took a nosedive after that week. Last week in week 40, we were down in the mid-70s. This week we came even down below 70. We're still in the top 20% and have been for about 6 weeks. So we're in the top 20% of the chain and have been for about 6 weeks. I'm proud of that, but we've got to get this score back up. If you're somebody who makes the sandwiches, if you're a breader, or if you are an assembler or boards person, or if you're a person who is in charge of spinning the fries, make sure that you do what's necessary to make sure these sandwiches taste good. If you smell something funny, if it doesn't smell right, make sure that we know that. Make sure someone in leadership knows that. Just make sure that these sandwiches are the best quality they can be, because I want to get this score back up here in the hundreds, because I know we can do it, and I know you will do it. Next, I would like to celebrate. So I know that I've been annoying about uniform requirements lately. I know that some of you guys are like, would you please shut up about uniform requirements? Would you please shut up about my name tag? Would you please shut up about my uniform being clean when I go out in the lobby or the dining room? And the short answer to that, guys, is no. I'm not going to shut up about that, because what's happened is that we have gone from our lowest was 73 in our neatness of employee score, and now we are up to 78. We're finally in the top 20% of the chain, and that's because you guys are doing what I'm asking you to when it comes to uniform requirements and grooming. So thank you for that. Next, I would like to take just a moment to look at attentive and courteous. We're not quite in the top 20%, guys, but we're so close. We're 1 percentage point away, and as you can see, we had a pretty good week last week. We've got a pretty good week that's going to drop off. So in order for us to get in the top 20%, we're going to have an excellent week this week, and I think we can do it. I know we can do it. It's just going to take you guys paying attention to our guests and being attentive to their needs. One of the best ways that you can do that is I noticed we were cleaning a lot tonight, and I appreciate that when I was there. But one of the things you can do is when a guest walks in, no matter what you're doing, whether you're cleaning, if you're up front, immediately drop whatever you're doing to serve that guest. That's going to impress them. That's going to help them understand that you're placing them as a priority. And when we do that, they're going to be more likely to give us a higher score on attentive and courteous. Next, I want to look at fast service. This is one of those areas where we still have a lot of improvement to go. We're still 4 percentage points away from being in the top 20%. We are finally in the top 20% in our 4-week score, which is awesome. We're probably, if we can sustain that for 4 or 5 more weeks, getting good scores on fast service, we could probably be in the top 20% within 4 or 5 weeks. And guys, one of the things I know are there are 2 scores that impact the rest of our scores more than anything, and that's fast service and the taste of our waffle fries. And so if we can get this score up, then all of the rest of our scores will continue to rise as well. Now I want to look at some areas where we need to improve. Fast service is an area we need to improve, but it's also an area that we can celebrate, that we're kind of seeing a little bit of an upward trend. Guys, order accuracy, I'm not going to say much about this because you guys know what needs to be done here. You just need to pay more attention. Our 4-week score is in the top 20%. Our weekly score is down a little bit. Our 12-week score is 95%, so we're 2 percentage points away from top 20%. Not bad. We had a really bad week down here in week 37, and that's going to pull us down for a while, which means that we just have to have better weeks in the coming weeks. Guys, cleanliness, we are pretty far from top 20%, and we're on a downward spiral. I know we've been busy. I know you guys have been working hard, and I appreciate that, but we have to make sure that we're tending to the details that matter to our guests, and make sure that we're keeping the dining room clean, keeping the trash empty, wiping on the tables. Use your priority. If there's something that needs to be clean, if there's an eyesore, so to speak, that's something that just like really needs attention, take care of that first, then come back and take care of other things. Wipe down tables first, because guests need a place to eat. So don't sweep the floors before if there are tables that need to be wiped. Just make sure that we're tending to these things, and one of the ways that we can also do that is by keeping the parking lot clean. So don't walk past a piece of trash without picking it up. It's so simple, guys. We can all clean, and it doesn't take much. So just make sure that we're cleaning and make sure that we're keeping the place clean so that we can keep that cleanliness score, get that cleanliness score up. Guys, the most disappointing thing right now is the taste of our waffle fries. We were in the top 20% just a few weeks ago. And in a few weeks, we have had 3 weeks that were off the charts, 1 week that was on the chart, but it was still really low at 67. We brought it back up last week. We're back in the top 20% in our weekly score, but we still have a long way to go if we want to get that 12-week score back up. So guys, just make sure we're keeping those waffle fries fresh, hot, and full. Those are the 3 things that are going to impact that score the most: fresh, hot, and full. Don't pull them out of that pass-through chute until you're ready to give them to a guest, okay? Let's see here. I want to look at positive food cost gap. This is an area that we really need to improve. As you can see, we were at almost $9,000 last month. We brought that down to a little bit over $4,500 at $4,863 this month. That's a respectable decline, but guys, it really needs to be down here even lower than this $1,538. Make sure you're not wasting food. If there is something that tastes good, that it was meant to get in the hands of a guest so that guest could pay for it and enjoy it. So if you got to slow down a little bit to make sure that you're not wasting food, do that. Don't slow down much, but slow down enough where you're not dropping food on the ground. Make sure that you're not burning nuggets. Slow down just enough to set that timer so that we don't burn nuggets or fries. But just make sure that we're paying attention to these things so that we can get that score down. Because ultimately, our ability, or Patrick's ability to pay you more, is rooted in your ability to be a good steward of all that. And a big part of all that is your time and also the positive food cost gap. So if you can make sure that you're not wasting food, then that will enable Patrick, that will enable me to help Patrick pay you more. So that's all. That's all the measures I want to look at tonight, guys. Thank you so much for your time. If you watch this video, and let's get these measures up. Let's just stay focused. Let's stay laser focused on these measures and our core values. And we do that, we're going to delight our guests, and we can become the best Chick-fil-A in the nation. And I know we can do it. Thank you guys so much for your time, and have a wonderful night.